One of the most important things that most founders don't do is interview their customers on a consistent basis. And not only interview their customers, but their best customers and the customers that are driving all of their LTV. So we created this customer interview training for you just so you can see how we interview our best customers at our portfolio companies so we can really figure out what they want and figure out how to market to them better. So this is a quick training. You can copy this by just going to File and make a copy. So you can have it on your own because you're not going to be able to edit this one. And I'm just going to walk you through this and add a few comments to this. At a high level, we're going to talk about objectives, what to keep in mind while you're going through this training with the customer. We have an intro section already built out for you. You just got to fill in some stuff there. And really, the type of information we want is going to be split into a few different categories. We're going to want some demographic information to understand them as a person. We're going to want some psychographic information so we can really dig deeper on that. We want to know how they feel about our company and then also our products. And then at the end, I'll kind of show you how to end this as well. So we have three main objectives when we're talking to our customers in this specific interview. And that's number one, to build customer avatars, right? We want to build the avatars of our best LTV customers so that we can direct all our marketing and all our focus and all our copy and landing pages on those customers, because those are ultimately the customers that are sustaining our business, right? They're the people who are coming back and buying our stuff that allow us to reinvest more in paid acquisition. The second objective is to have great info for angles and copy. And this is kind of part of the customer avatar as well. But specifically, I want you to be able to walk away from this interview and be able to test a new angle or have some additional copy that we can test on an ad or a landing page because the customer told us exactly what they want or what they don't like. And the third objective is to see how our products can add more value, right? Our goal as a company should be to always add more value to our customers than our competitors. And if we can do that consistently and faster and better and cheaper, it doesn't have to be cheaper, but if we can do at least those first two, right, we're going to have a massive competitive advantage over our competitors. Top three objectives. Some things to keep in mind while we're doing this is, number one, build rapport with the customer. You're the CEO probably of your company, and you're interviewing them. They're probably coming to this meeting, and they might feel a couple different ways, right? They might feel like you're someone who's out of touch. They might feel like if you're emailing them consistently and talking to them consistently, like they maybe have a relationship with you already. They might have a few different feelings. Maybe they had a lot of really positive interactions with your company, but the most recent one was negative. And even though they're one of your top customers, they still feel that sting, right? So you're going to want to build some rapport and have an understanding of that going in. We want to really practice effective listening. We want to answer these questions. We want to ask these questions, and then we want to shut up. We want them to keep talking. And then we want to probe a little bit more, right? Which is asking these probing questions. And then we really want to, the way this is structured is that we start from the least difficult questions until the most difficult questions. Because this gives people the chance to open up, kind of get the marbles out of their mouth, starting a conversation with the CEO of a company. And then towards the end, we're going to be asking some of the more difficult questions. So intro already built out. And I'll just kind of walk you through how I do this. Hey, John, thanks for joining me on this call. Really appreciate that you agreed to meet with me. I know this is a commitment for you. And we have some limited time. So I just want to see if you would be opposed to allowing me to start off here and ask the question. And that's a no-oriented question to get them to feel comfortable. And I'm going to say, hey, my name is Kyle, and I'm the owner of Family Gifts Co. I'm based out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Really fun fact about me is I like to go on boats and do Halloween party costumes. Right, it's Halloween today, so we'll talk about that. Whatever the random fact is, just something that's kind of funny or random so that you seem more human to them. I'm reaching out to some of our best customers like you to get a better understanding of really who you are and how I can help to serve you. It's my job as the owner of this company to figure out the best ways to serve our customers, and I know you're going to be able to help me with that here. would you be against me recording this call to make sure that we can really catch all the details as we're talking for the next 30 minutes? We want this so they know that we're recording the call, because we will be recording this call. So make a note of that. Please record the call. And then I'm going to warn you, I have a lot of information I'd like to understand about you. It was a crazy idea if we just start asking away. This is like another just no-oriented question to get them to feel comfortable. So as one of our top customers, and I asked this question specifically this way because my brand deals with families. You could ask it another way. But I say as one of our top customers, it really seems like you have an interesting family story. And shut up and get them to talk about their family. So you know their family background. Right, where do they grow up? Where do they work? Are they married? Do they have children? This is going to be more important for some brands, less important for others. For me, it's incredibly important because our whole company is built around families. For you, it might be less, so maybe you ask a few of these questions. The psychographic questions here allow us to go more deeper into who they are as a person. And I'd be like, as someone who buys so much of our stuff, it really sounds like outside of the time you spend working and probably sleeping, you probably spend your time doing some really interesting things. And then get them to answer that, right? And you want to probe about like, what are their hobbies? What TV shows, movies do they like? Kind of music do they listen to? What are the books and magazines that they read? What stores do they shop at? Right? These are all important things that you want to understand about them as a person to further solidify that customer avatar we're trying to build. The next area is our company. We have a few really important questions here we want to understand. One, you're one of our top customers. It seems like there must be a good reason you bought so many of our products. Right? You want to really understand the reason why they keep coming back to you. And there's probably a few different reasons, right? And you're going to probe them on them. But you really want to have this understanding because this gives you what they think your value proposition is right here, right? Why they keep coming back. And it could be the most random thing, like every time I talk to your customer service agents, they're so nice, right? But now in your mind, you're like, man, we need to make sure that we're always promoting that we have great customer service to our customers because we want more customers just like that, right? Because these are our best LTV customers. So let's start to look at the trends for like what this customer really values along with our other highest LTV clients and see if we can notice those trends because those are the things we then want to start promoting on the front end to our clients to get them to come because now we're having a better self-selection mechanism for our top clients. What have we done right to keep you coming back? Right? This is almost the same question as this, but worded a little bit differently, and they might answer it differently. Right? They usually do answer this differently. But you'll get another one of those little bits of value of like, what's the reason they keep coming back? Why are they our best customers, right? What frustrates you about our company? And this will give you a lot of really good insight into what you can fix in your company, right? If they say your customer service sucks and they're one of your top customers, man, maybe we need to fix our customer service, right? Or if they say, oh, I love your product, but I have like this one little, or they might even start talking about the product here. We want to try to keep it at the company level. But they might talk about product and say, oh, I love your product, but for some reason I had this challenge, right, with my product. It like broke on the way here or something happened, right? And you get to learn from that experience here about what frustrates it and then fix it, right? After the call, fix it. And then what would you like to improve about our company? Probably get very similar answers to this, but again, we're just going to kind of probe for a couple questions that are almost asking the same thing in a different way, so we can get a couple different answers. So those are the main 4 questions we ask for a company. For our product, you might not be able to get through all these questions. You probably won't be able to get through all these questions, right? So as you're going and talking to the person, you're going to want to have an understanding of what questions might be more important for this type of person that you're currently talking to. And it's going to kind of, towards the end of this, get challenging. So you maybe want to pick 2 to 3 of these. Same thing for here. Unless you do like an hour interview, then you'll have time for this. But if you're doing a 30-minute interview, you're going to pick and choose here. Product. What was life like before you used our products? Right? And hopefully they say it was shitty. And now life's amazing, right? Or at least getting there. So you can learn that information and have an understanding of like before and after, and what was that feeling like previously to that feeling like now, right? And these are all just little bits and pieces of information that's really important for marketing and avatar building and copy. How has using our product changed your life for the better? And you hope that they answer that positively, right? But again, just more information on the product and how we can make it better, how we can add more value, and what can we use to attract the same exact customer, right? But duplicate it. What fears or concerns do you have before purchasing our product? And these are so that you can eliminate those fears or concerns prior to purchasing, prior to having future customers purchase, right? If they say, well, you didn't have a guarantee, or whatever the reason is, well, now you go back and think, man, maybe we should add that guarantee. Maybe we should change the wording here a little bit, right? Maybe people didn't feel comfortable for some reason. What kind of tests can we do to change that? What's the hardest part about buying our product? Man, you'll get some good answers for this one. Your website sucks. Hard to navigate, right? You might get some of those answers. Or it might be more emotional, right? Depending upon your product. Like maybe it was difficult for them to come to terms that they actually needed to buy a product that fixed whatever their tofungus, right? Like whatever it is. But next question. What would you say to someone considering buying our products and why? This one is so powerful because you're literally getting copy from your best customer on how they would sell other best customers, right? So you'll get some really good answers from this one. And then why, more importantly. What other new products would you like to see us release? This one's super important because we always want to be thinking about additional ways to serve and add value to our customers through new product launches. And this is based on strategy, right? Some companies, some brands have a very focused SKU, so amount, so they can only focus on like 3 to 4 SKUs. Athletic Greens, really great example. They have like 3 SKUs in the whole fucking company, and are killing it, right? A lot of other brands have more SKUs and try to figure out more ways to serve their customers. So this is a matter of strategy. But if you do plan on releasing additional SKUs, this is a really important question to ask. And I also ask this in our mail surveys and then post-purchase surveys as well. What are other important benefits of our products do you value, right? Now you're just getting more benefits, more advantages that you can use in copy and avatar building, right? And then any other suggestions, lastly. We kind of already asked that here. What would you like to improve about our company? Through this question process, though, when people are thinking about things, you will open up new things to them. So they'll by the end of this, they'll probably have something else. They're like, oh yeah, I had this situation. This is what you can improve upon. And then lastly, we want to thank them for their time. Hey, thank you so much for joining me. Really, again, appreciate your time. I know you're a very busy person. Really enjoy getting to know you as well. I don't get to spend that much time with our top customers, but when I do, I incredibly enjoy it, and I've really enjoyed understanding your story. And I'm going to have my team, we send a $25 gift card. This could be whatever it is. $25 gift card to your email in the next 24 hours. Thanks, right? Now, you just did all this work interviewing this customer. Afterwards, you want to review the interview or have someone review the interview. It should probably be you. But if you're too busy, have someone else do it. Build out a one-pager with the customer's answers and the customer's picture, and then give it to your marketing team. And be like, this is like Betty from Arkansas. This is our top customer. This is who we need to be thinking about whenever we're creating a new product, whenever we're creating a new ad, whenever we're creating new content. Like whatever it is, like Betty from Arkansas, think of this person who has these answers. Because this is literally the where all your LTV is built is in customers like this. So if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on LinkedIn or Twitter. Really appreciate your time. Thank you. Have a great day.